Hello world, Geriatric Geek here. How in the heck are you? I hope you're doing great. It's another rainy kind of morning here in North Las Vegas. Thank goodness we got a little rain this morning. I do appreciate every little drop we get, but I'm worried about the folks back east because man, it's going to be colder than heck here in the next few days. So you guys try and stay warm and stay safe. So my thoughts are with you. My positive thoughts, my positive energy is going out to all of you folks. So hang in there, and evidently it's going to be a kind of a quick thing, but brutal for some. So hey, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to show you guys what I have found in my most recent Goodwill haul, Goodwill haul trip. So yeah, I go to Goodwill probably nowadays not as often as I'd like, but I did go a couple times. I went to my three different closest ones and picked up quite a few goodies. And besides Goodwill, I also went to Deseret Industries and picked up a few things. So I'm going to share with you what I have picked up and talk a little bit about them. Not much. Some of them I have seen, most I have not. So yeah, we'll talk about them. We'll see what I've got, and I'll share. So thanks again for stopping by, and here we go. The first one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. In all the times I've gone to this one particular Goodwill, normally I walk in and with right as they open, and there's a kind of a rush, and generally speaking, maybe one or two people run to the or go to the movie area. Not very many, but there's one guy in particular that is always there, and he's kind of my competition, as it were. He's been doing this for years, and so have I. So we both know each other. We see each other at different Goodwills and thrift stores around town. But anyway, I have to be on the. I'm kind of. You have to be quick with this guy. He's pretty good. So anyway, I'm always looking for horror stuff. He's not. He looks for almost anything that he can flip. He's a flipper. I'm not a flipper. I do sell some stuff, but certainly not like he does. Anyway, so we run in. Generally, he's there about 10 minutes after he scans everything in the world, and then he boogies. I've learned a little trick. At about 20 minutes after the store opens, the person comes out that does the stocking. They don't stock prior to the opening, evidently, but they stock about 15 to 20 minutes after the opening. And generally speaking, my buddy, he books by then. So I just kind of hang in the background. I act like I'm looking. I do look, but generally speaking, there's not much to be had. So here I wait until they bring out the new stuff. So here's what happened. I didn't even let the guy get the stuff out of the cart. He rolled up with quite a few horror movies, and I was excited as usual. So yeah, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 of these titles right off the top. Man, I was happy because I've been trying to put this whole set together. You'll see what I'm talking about in just a minute. So this is basically After Dark Horror Fest. This is 3, but 8 films to die for. Those of you that don't know, After Dark Horror Fest was a indie horror festival that I think they had it in Los Angeles. I'm not absolutely sure where they did the actual screenings. But yeah, they did 8 films every year from I believe it was 2006 and ran through 2011. I don't think it's any longer a thing. But anyway, this is all 6 of these are from the After Dark Horror Fest series. And I'm glad because now I've got probably half of them. I'm about halfway to having all of them. So I was really excited to see this. First one being Dying Breed. It's a 92 minutes, 2008, R-rated. This is an Australian film that's set in Tasmania. and it gets pretty good reviews. I have not seen this one. Um, Everybody has a different taste. Dying Breed. Once the hideout for an infamous cannibal called Pie Man. This is the story of the Pie Man. On a quest to find a rare tiger, 4 adventurers in Tasmania enter an isolated township named Sarah, once the hideout for the infamous cannibal called the Pie Man. The 4 hunters suddenly become hunted as they discover that the township still upholds its cannibalistic heritage and needs fresh stock to breed. Yee. There you go. So these are all, like I said, indie films. Some of them not too great, some of them good, some of them pretty good. This was Horror Fest was distributed by Lionsgate, so a good company that helping push out those titles. The next one I found was Borderland. Not rated, 2008, 105 minutes. This one was inspired by a true story, from what I understand. It gets so-so reviews, but it has Sean Astin in it. Yeah, that's right, Sean Astin from Goonies. It says right here, is inspired by a true story. This is the unrated director's cut. Mixes dramatic aspects of a true crime story with modern horror cinema to great triumph. When 3 Texas University students travel to a Mexican... Uh-oh. Boy. Spam. I hate spam calls. Pardon me. When 3 Texas University students travel to a Mexican border town on the eve of their graduation, the last thing they expect to face is their own deaths. Without warning, they fall prey to an ancient blood cult hell-bent on finding candidates to human sacrifice. Inspired by a true story, Borderland tells a story which blends the raw fear of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre with the stark reality of in cold blood, evoking a world soaked in paranoia, fear, and dread. I'm going to check that out. Can't wait. Put that right in my soon to be watched. I'm going to try to watch. I try to watch all these After Dark things sooner rather than later. Next up is Nightmare Man. Nightmare Man. R-rated, 90 minutes, from 2008 also. This one also just gets so-so reviews. It's a low-budget B movie. Most folks either loved it or hated it. There was no middle ground with this one for some reason. After receiving a mysterious mask, Ellen Morris believes she was attacked by an evil being she calls Nightmare Man. Her husband, Bill, believes she is crazy. On their way to the mental hospital, their car breaks down and Bill goes to get gas, leaving Ellen alone. When Nightmare Man appears, Ellen takes off into the woods, unsure whether she is hallucinating or not. She stumbles upon a cabin filled with friends, who unknowingly become prey the moment Ellen steps inside. Low budget B movie. Gotta love it. Either they loved it, or evidently they loved it or hated that one. That's what the reviews say. Next up is an unrated version of Lake Dead. That's right, Lake Dead. Not rated, 91 minutes, from 2007. Gets those so-so reviews. Kind of gives me, from what I've read, the Wrong Turn vibes. I liked Wrong Turn, at least the first one. 3 beautiful sisters learn of a long-lost grandfather, but only make this discovery upon the news of his grisly death. Enticed to visit Grandpa's old home after hearing of an inheritance, the sisters head to the back country with some friends. We quickly follow the group of friends through the gates of a redneck-infested hell. Okay? The psychotic family occupying the inherited property goes on a long-awaited and much-enjoyed killing spree as the family's twisted motives unravel the sisters' discovery, terror worse than death. What do you think? Let me know down below if you guys have seen any of these, and if so, what you thought. Next up from the After Dark Horror Fest, The Grave Dancers. The Grave Dancers. R-rated, 96 minutes. This is from 2006. Gets pretty good reviews. This is supernatural horror. A truly terrifying horror flick. Easily the best horror flick to come out this year. The Grave Dancers. After a drunken night of dancing on graves, a group of friends are haunted by 3 havoc-minded ghosts bent on revenge. A whole bunch of bonus features on here. I'll let you take a look. This one sounds interesting. A little grave dancing taking place, bringing out probably the revengeful spirits. And the last of the After Dark Horror Fest films, one of the 8 films to die for, is one that I kind of I picked up and I've not watched it, excuse me, but I like the premise because it's based in an amusement park called Dark Ride. For those of you that don't know, dark rides, of course, are ones where you get in a little car and they run you through a dark thing and people jump out, or, things happen in the dark. So that's what Dark Ride's about. Let's see. What is it? I can't really read. Oh, yeah. It's 94 minutes, R-rated, 2006. It's, so-so reviews, but it is a theme park oriented kind of movie, so I'm in. Nearly a decade after 2 young girls were brutally murdered, the monstrous killer, Jonah, escapes from a mental institution and returns to his familiar killing ground, the theme park attraction Dark Ride. His unfortunate victims this time are a group of college kids on a road trip that inevitably leads them to the Dark Ride, where their night of youthful fun becomes a nightmare. The killer, who is mimicking the sets within the attraction, makes sure this is a ride audiences will never forget. Bunch of bonus features there. Sounds like a good ride to me. All right. Now, that was, like I said, on top of the guy's cart. He hadn't even been able to pull them out, and I grabbed them. Next, I saw a whole bunch of other things there in the cart that were brand new, factory sealed. I thought, let me grab all of those. So I checked them out. Out of the group, I think I got 5 or 6 brand new factory sealed. I don't know what these people were thinking when they bought them or dropped them off, but they didn't watch these things, so hey, I'm happy. First one is called, some of these may have been or may well be Dollar Tree films, but hey, I'm happy to have home videos, 90 minutes long, from 2018. I think this is like a found footage kind of a movie, but I'm not sure. Awesomely original. I was glued to the screen, says Starburst. Home videos take found footage to a new level in this heart-pounding horror. We live in a world where technology is king and where everyone is being filmed without even knowing it. Every time you go out your door, you are being recorded, but now, even in the safety of your own home, you are still not safe. Home videos will make you want to unsee what you have just watched and will have you on the edge of your seat. This horror starts at home. Completely mind-blowing. We shall see, but brand new, factory sealed. I don't know, maybe someone died and never had a chance to watch this stuff. I don't know. Hey, I'm glad to have it. Then we got one called, golly, Child Eater. Child Eater, not rated, 2016, 82 minutes. This is kind of a boogeyman horror thing. Kind of like, I get the idea, it's like The Gate, maybe. Child Eater is chillingly frightening. Babysitting can be a real nightmare, especially for Helen, who's stuck looking after Lucas, a frightened boy who says he hears noises coming from his bedroom closet. But then Lucas disappears, possibly at the hands of an infamous supernatural serial killer who, as legend has it, eats children's eyes to keep them from going blind. keep from going blind. Helen's only option? Enter the dark, creepy woods where the mythical child eater lives in an attempt to save Lucas from a grisly fate. Yikes. Let me know if you guys have seen this one. Is this one that's been at Dollar Tree? I feel like it has been. I don't know for sure, though. Let me know if you have seen it at Dollar Tree. This one I'm sure I've seen at Dollar Tree, but I picked this up for my family member who's starting her collection. I thought, well, maybe she'd like this one because it gets pretty good reviews. I haven't watched it myself yet. It's 95 minutes long, not rated. It's because it's a psychological thriller. That's why I liked it, or like it rather, or wanted it. It's what's on the inside that counts. A twisted vision of science gone horribly wrong. This is from 2015, evidently. It's what's on the inside that counts. Russell Carpenter reluctantly admits his wife Sadie into an experimental treatment facility for her life-threatening disease. While locked in this prison-like surrounding, they, along with 6 others, are unknowingly subjected to a cure that might just be worse than the disease itself. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure, I know I have this one, but I have not watched it, and I'm pretty sure that I got mine in Dollar Tree. But you know what, these were I go on Wednesdays generally to my Goodwills, and on Wednesdays it's 40% off for old folks. So yeah, I think these were like $2.50 originally, and I got them for about $1 something. Next, screaming only excites him. Carver, R-rated, 2008, 100 minutes. Gets pretty good reviews for its special effects, and evidently is very violent. See what everyone is calling the most horrific scene in horror film history? It's guaranteed to make everyone cringe. From award-winning director Franklin Guerrero Jr., based on true events. Oh no. Carver tells the real-life tale of 5 friends on a short camping trip to the mountain town of Halcyon Ridge. When they take a small detour to an abandoned stockyard owned by the Carver family, they tumble onto a horror film they think is only a movie. Wow. All right, so I have not seen this one. It looks kind of creepy, but I'm going to check that out pretty soon. Let me know down below if you've seen that one. This one I'm pretty sure was another. All of these are brand new factory sealed. I don't know what happened there, but hopefully it was good, not bad. The Daisy Chain. The Daisy Chain. R-rated, 2008, 87 minutes. This is basically about a creepy kid. I like my creepy kid movies. This one gets pretty good reviews for its acting. Evidently the kids do a really good job. The very nature of evil drives this chilling psychological thriller. Love it. Oscar nominees Samantha Morton and Stephen McIntosh are Martha and Thomas, a grieving couple who moved to a remote city in the wake of their baby daughter's death. Touched by a traumatized autistic girl whose entire family has perished in tragic accidents, they open their home to a young Daisy. Martha believes that with her love she can help Daisy, until a disturbing series of strange occurrences leads her to believe that her little girl may not be as innocent as she seems. Pretty sure this was a Dollar Tree film. So I picked this up for my family member, and I'll get that over to her real soon. And next, I like this. I think I remember seeing this movie. I didn't have it in my collection, so I thought, what the heck, I'll pick it up. Demi Moore in Half-Light, R-rated, 110 minutes from 2005. Gets pretty good reviews. I'm pretty sure I liked it. It's a good, I think it's kind of a ghost story with a twist. I'm going to revisit it because I don't remember it, but if you guys have seen it, let me know what you thought about it. So Demi stars as Rachel Carson, a successful mystery writer whose life is shattered following the accidental drowning of her 5-year-old son. Knowing she desperately needs solitude and rest, her best friend rents Rachel a secluded cottage in a remote fishing village. Not a good idea. But instead of peaceful retreat, Rachel finds herself caught up in a supernatural murder mystery that rocks the tranquil town and threatens Rachel's fragile sanity and her life in this spooky suspense thriller. Pretty sure I've watched this one. I'm going to revisit it, though, just to make sure. Demi Moore. I like Demi Moore. Okay. It's Charlie's Angels, one of the originals. Next up, another famous actress that did did this horror thing, and I do believe I've seen this one also. Another one, I just don't quite remember exactly what it was about. I don't have it in my collection. So Jennifer Connelly in Dark Water. 103 minutes from 2005. It's PG-13, so it can't be too exciting, but yeah, it's one of those supernatural ghost stories. Gets pretty good reviews. Far more terrifying than what was seen in theaters. This special unrated version, that's why I got it, because it was unrated, I guess. Excuse me. Thoroughly absorbing, suspense-filled thriller starring Jennifer Connelly. Dahlia Williams and her 5-year-old daughter are ready to begin a new life together, but their new apartment, dilapidated and worn, suddenly seems to take on a life of its own. Mysterious noises, persistent leaks of dark water, and other strange happenings in the deserted apartment above send Dahlia on a haunting and mystifying pursuit. I don't know if you guys can hear our tax dollars at work, but those jets are going crazy today. Let me pause just for a minute. Maybe I'm thinking you guys can hear that. Holy crap. I love it when the Thunderbirds go over, but that's crazy. Wow. All right. Next up we have, I mean, it's actually setting off car alarms in the neighborhood. I can hear them. Next up, The Forsaken, R-rated, 90 minutes from 2001, I do believe. It's a vampire flick, kind of a teen horror, kind of like The Lost Boys, I think. I've seen this around. I didn't have it. I thought, what the heck, for $1.80 or something, I'll pick it up. Sean is in a race against time that will determine his fate for the rest of his life as he becomes infected with a virus that will eventually turn him into a blood-sucking, flesh-eating vampire. I'm sure you guys have seen, a lot of you guys have seen this one. Let me know down below if you have and what you thought about it. Next up, Quarantine. 89 minutes, R-rated, 2008. This is the remake of a movie called R.E.C. Wreck. And it gets pretty good reviews. Very atmospheric, it appears. Not a great movie for this time of the year, is it? But I wanted to check it out. I didn't have it. I have watched the Wreck movies. I enjoyed them. I really did. So if you haven't seen them, you ought to watch them. They're scary as heck. When a news crew decides to trail a brave firefighting team, they never suspect that the first call for help they respond to that night will be their last. Quarantine. Next up, something I have seen a few times before, and I picked this up from my cousin, family member, Stephen King's The Mist. R-rated, 2007. This was filmed in Louisiana, which I used to live in Louisiana for a little bit, and I love films that are filmed there. This is one of the best. What an ending on this one, guys. If you haven't seen it, you really need to. It's a scary darn film. It really is. Just kind of a creature feature, I guess, but yeah. The Mist. Next up, another one that I just like the artwork. I already have this in my collection, but kind of a comedy horror, The Return of the Living Dead. Horror comedy, R-rated, 1985. That's 36 years ago. 36 years. Great zombie flick. I like fast zombies. I don't know why. I enjoy watching them every once in a while. They actually can figure things out and deduce things in this one. So yeah, I picked this up because I didn't have the artwork. But if you haven't seen this film, you ought to check it out. It's a rollicking good time, I think. Just when you thought it was safe to go back to the cemetery, those brain-eating zombies are back and hungry for more tasty mortals. There you go. Next up, another one of those brand new factory sealed ones. Although it does seems to have some water damage, but Johnny Depp in The Ninth Gate. R-rated from 2000. 21 years ago. 133 minutes. I think this is an underrated Polanski movie to me. Psychological thriller. Of course, it gets pretty good reviews. It's about the occult. Johnny Depp unlocks the gates to hell in Roman Polanski's newest thriller. Depp stars as Dean Corso, an unscrupulous rare book dealer who is hired to locate the last remaining copies of The Nine Gates of the Shadow Kingdom. So yeah, this will be a rewatch for me. I tried to find my other copy. I couldn't find it, so I'm glad to have this back in my collection. Don't know where the other one is. This one I picked up for my cousin also. I have this one. It's not a great movie, but thought maybe she'd like it. Blood and Chocolate, PG-13, 98 minutes from 2007. It's a werewolf movie, very atmospheric, kind of creepy, so thought maybe she enjoyed this one. It's a werewolf tale from the producers of Underworld. Tells the tale of Vivian, a young teenage girl who must choose between her love for a young artist and the loyalty to her werewolf lineage. The back. I feel like a lot of people have seen that one. It's all right. It's not great, but worth a one-time watch, that's for sure. Next up, this is I'm pretty sure I have this on some multi-disc set somewhere. Alfred Hitchcock and his Sabotage. This is a great movie. Black and white from 1936. It's a crime thriller. I know it's not horror, but it's kind of fun. As early as 1936, Great Britain was suspicious of Hitler's military build. Oh, this also has The Lodger in it. It has two movies, the Sabotage and The Lodger. I've not ever seen The Lodger. I do believe I've seen Sabotage, but it's been a long, long time. So I kind of wanted to pick this up and check it out. You guys have seen this Sabotage. Let me know what you thought. This one gets a lot of hate, a lot of love. These two movies, Troll and Troll 2. Troll to me is the better one. Obvious to me, it's not obvious, but 1986, and Troll 2 is from 1991. PG-13, 83 minutes long. Is the first one. Weird, funny, the first one. Second one, not so much. I didn't really enjoy the second one very much, but maybe you guys did. Let me know down below if you did. But picked this up for my cousin, so I'm sure she didn't have this, so what the heck. Here comes more jets. I am so sorry for this, you guys. Oh, got it. You just pause this so you don't have to hear it. All right, we're back. Man, that set off the alarms again. And my front door alarm even went off. Said someone was at the front door. Wow. All right, next I got Midnight Fright Show, the Master Collection. Over 6 hours of horror and gore. 5 films, not rated. Lady of the Dark, Dark Watchers, 1 Hour to Die, Dead Walkers, and Curse of the Blue Room Inn. I haven't seen any of these, but it's got zombies and aliens and vampires, so why not? If you guys have seen any of these, let me know which I should watch or what I should watch first. Let me know. Next up, okay, so the rest of these I got from Deseret Industries thrift store. They're not a great group, but I did pick up some stuff for family members and a couple that I did not have myself. So this is one of the ones I didn't have myself. It has Jason Momoa and Keanu Reeves in The Bad Batch. The Bad Batch, 118 minutes long, R-rated, 2016. Evidently, this is a very slow flick and gets kind of mediocre reviews. But hey, with Jason Momoa as the bad guy, I understand in this, and Keanu Reeves is the good guy, I kind of wanted to check it out. The Bad Batch follows Arlen after she's left in a Texas wasteland fenced off from civilization. While trying to navigate the unforgiving landscape, Arlen is captured by a savage band of cannibals led by the mysterious Miami Man, who's Jason Momoa. So then she finally finds Reeves, and who knows what happens from there. Let me know if you've seen this one, if it's any good. It looked interesting to me. This one I have seen, but it has the alternate cut on it, and I wanted to pick it up and check out the alternate cut of, that's right, Red Riding Hood. With the alternate cut, 100 minutes long, PG-13. It's a werewolf flick, kind of mediocre reviews. I enjoyed it though. Kind of a twist on the classic fairy tale. So, wanted to check out the alternate cut. If you guys have seen the alternate cut, and let me know what you thought. This one I got because I picked this up for my my family member again, Daniel Radcliffe in The Woman in Black. Yeah, this is a very slow, kind of a slow ghost story, but it gets really good reviews, and I've seen it. It was years ago though. I think it's from 2012, 95 minutes. Of course, this was produced by Hammer. Kind of a spooky little looking tale, I thought. Arthur Kipps, a widowed lawyer whose grief has put his career in jeopardy, is sent to a remote village to sort out the affairs of a recently deceased eccentric. Upon his arrival, it becomes clear that everyone in the town is keeping a deadly secret. Sounds like fun. It is fun. I'm sure my family member will enjoy that one. If you guys have seen it, let me know what you thought of it. Next one, I've not seen this one, amazing as it seems. I have seen most Steven Seagal's movies, but this has got Steven Seagal and Ja Rule in Half Past Dead. Half Past Dead, 2002, 98 minutes, PG-13, action thriller. Basically, I believe Seagal goes undercover in a brand new kind of a prison, kind of like an Alcatraz setting. Alcatraz, the old prison. So I thought I'd check it out. It kind of looked interesting. I understand it doesn't get great reviews, but what the heck. And another one for my family member in a little flipper case. That's pretty cool. Little Shop of Horrors. It's a musical. Comedy, horror, crazy fun, singing plants, kind of, I enjoyed it. This movie gets great reviews. If you haven't seen it, it's kind of fun. Of course, it has excuse me. There's an all-star cast of comedy pros put out by the Geffen Company, a Frank Oz film. Has special appearances by Steve Martin and James Belushi. Of course, the main guy is Rick Moranis. You guys have seen it. What do you think? I enjoyed it, and I think my cousin will like that too. Next up, one I haven't seen by Morgan Freeman and Ashley Judd. I know this has been out for years. High Crimes. PG-13, 2002, 115 minutes. It's a crime drama. It gets really good reviews, so I thought, what the heck? I love me some Morgan Freeman, and who doesn't like Ashley Judd? So, got it. Judd stars as a smart and sexy attorney whose perfect world comes crashing down when the FBI charges her husband, Tom, with the murder of an innocent civilians during a covert army operation. Looks like fun. If you guys have seen this one, what do you think? Let me know. I picked this one up because it's kind of, I'm not into anime really. I do like some anime, but since this one was a vampire anime, I thought, what the heck, I'll pick that up. Vampire Hunter D, R-rated, 105 minutes from 2001. An animated vampire movie. If you've seen it, let me know what you thought. And last of my pickups, the complete first season of Haven. As you can see from Deseret, I actually picked this up, complete first season, for $2. So I'm happy to have this. I've heard good things about this. It was a Sci-Fi Channel series. I believe it went from 2010 to 2008, or 15 rather. There are 13 episodes on this DVD. 572 minutes. It's good reviews. FBI agent Audrey Parker travels to Haven, Maine to investigate the murder of a local ex-con, but soon discovers that the small town is a refuge for people with supernatural afflictions. Now it's up to her to unlock Haven's mysterious secrets, including the hidden truth about her past. Somehow I missed this when it was on TV, so glad to at least try and start it out. I'll have to look for the others, a couple seasons now. But based on The Colorado Kid by Stephen King. So there you go, guys. What'd you think of my little Goodwill and Deseret Industries haul? I thought I did pretty good. Sorry this thing's a little long, and these darn jets have been driving me nuts today. But hey, it is what it is. It's real, and it's live. So you guys keep having fun. You know, I'm going to have another video probably Monday or Tuesday with some Walmart and Amazon haul video. So stay tuned for that. You guys keep smiling, keep having fun. Until next time, peace.